Set Mustang Magic, Rising Tower, and Leclerc has pulled up at the tail of the field. Number 2, Yell, ridden by Scott Galloway, aired length on them to pay $1.80 and $1.30. 3 Messiah and $2.60. 1 Sir Breakfast at $1.70. And we'll wait for the 4th number to be semaphored. Gee, that was authoritative. Yell. There's Anabar 2-year-old out of a mare called Vocalist. He's very well named, isn't he? Trained by John Hawkes for Bob and Jack Ingham in the Woodland Stud. And Scotty Galloway was trapped 3 deep on him early. And he said, well, I'll just slip around here. Went to the front and never gave them a look in. 12 was the 4th horse, Lepesh. The numbers are 2, 3, 1 and 12. Quinella has paid $10.80 and the trifecta $41.90. He's been around. He ran at Caulfield. He ran second in the Breeders at Cheltenham. He went back to Caulfield and won. He went up to Sydney for the Todman and ran second to Snowland, and then he ran 10th in the Slipper, and up he's come to Brisbane to win, and win very, very easily he did. Very, very smart galloper, Yell, ridden by Scotty Galloway. Second in the race, went to number 3, Messiah. He battled hard, 1/3 Sir Breakfast, and 4th went to number 12, Lepesh, which got home from a long way back. You have the numbers 2, 3, 1 and 12. They're official on the Gulliver Sports Travel Golden Stakes.
Thank you. I don't think anybody in their wildest dreams expected him to win like that. Michael Hawkes is with Larry Olsen. Immediately they go past the post in the Golden Stakes. Thanks, Larry.
Yes, John. Well, we'll ask Michael, did you expect him to win like that?
Oh, look, Larry, you know, he settled him well and Scotty gave him a nice ride and he just let him cruise to the front and just done what he was told and made him relax, and he kicked away and won quite well, actually.
The trial that he put in Sydney was really the forerunner to this, don't you think?
Yeah, look, well, you know, John Hawkes knows his horses and he topped him off well, and, you know, we've done nothing with the horse and he just settled him beautifully, and, you know, all credit to Sydney.
Well, you didn't have any trouble going to the front, and of course you just run away from Michael. What have you got in store? All these 2-year-old races coming up here now?
Oh, look, there's some nice races coming up. You know, it's up to Dad, whatever he sort of decides, but, you know, we'll just see how the horse pulls up and go from there.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks, Les.
Okay. Yeah, well, there you are, John. What a nice horse this is, and let me say that the 2 horses that were beaten from here, Messiah and Sir Breakfast, we've got a fairly good opinion of them, so there's no doubt that this horse has improved, particularly from his preparation of where, like, he only finished about 3 lengths behind Callaway Gal in the Slipper, and then, of course, it was shown Tony Brazel's trial there this morning on Sky and how easy he went, and then to see this horse perform like this today, this could be something special, this horse, John.
Larry, tell me a little about the jockey, Scott Galloway. He seems to have been around for a long time. John Hawkes has been putting him on more and more in recent months.
Yes, well, Scott Galloway was based at the Gold Coast for many years, and he rode quite a bit for Alan Bailey down there, but he was Premier Rider down there for quite some time, and you usually find, like the Kenny Russells, Kenny Russell rode at the Gold Coast for many years and was quite content to do so. But, of course, they've got to make this step up, and I said to Scott some years ago, I said, mate, you've got to make the move, you've got to move up to Brisbane and have a go at it there, you know. And, of course, since he's come here, he has been recognised by the Hawkes stable. He's a lovely balanced rider, Scott. He's very aggressive in a lot of ways, and you know, he usually makes decisions very quickly on the horse's back. Yes, I think he's a good competitive rider.
Thanks for that, Larry. Thank you. Now, Alf Matthews with his thoughts on race 6 at Flemington.
John, from my original riderless one behind the line, I think it's Dolphin Dance actually. Now here's Queen Carey moving up into line. Didn't have much luck at Sandown, second in from a spell. Yes, this is the riderless Dolphin Dance now coming up into the gates. So the last up will be Princessa. Moving into the stalls. All in now. Set to go. Lights flash, River Dove's drawn gate 3. Starter has them. A little bit of movement there, one from the outside. Now they're away. Miss McClay didn't jump all that well. River Dove seemed to get out okay with Suave Princess. Agalia made a beeline for the inside, but the rider wants to come to this grandstand side where they're all heading. Queen Carey had got away well, and so had Princessa as they settle into stride. Now, they've done 250 metres, and going to the lead is Queen Carey away from the rail. Princessa in the pink colours is right up there. Just behind them is Dolphin Dance and Hasty back closer to the middle of the track. River Dove's tracking it into the race. In behind them, Suave Princess, Yaramis, Agalia, followed then by Miss McClay and Pukahina towards the tail. 600 left to go, and the leader is Queen Carey, narrowly from Hasty back. Just behind them, Princess are already under some pressure here, and then River Dove likewise. Down the outside is Yaramis, and Pukahina's got to the extreme outside rail, and next is Agalia. Queen Carey from Hasty back, Princessa as they head towards the 250 metre mark. Miss McClay and Agalia have hooked right to the middle of the track. Hasty back moved up and took the lead. Princessa's coming back again on the outside. She's again hit the front. Princessa from Hasty back, Queen Carey, Agalia, Miss McClay, River Dove. Princessa starts to draw away from them. She'll be too good. And Princessa beat Hasty back by a length and a quarter with Queen Carey third. Then Dolphin Dance, Agalia, Miss McClay, followed by Suave Princess, Pukahina. River Dove has finished second last, and Yaramis was last in. Princessa the winner. I think those that had backed her might have been in a little bit of concern. 300 from home, but she certainly picked up the bit again and has won 2 from 2 since switching to the Greg Urell stable. Number 3, Princessa, Peter Mertens and Greg Urell first. The daughter of Dane Hill from Capchat. Second placing to number 2, Hasty back, ridden by Patrick Payne for Leon Corstens. Third goes to 5, Queen Carey, Danny Nikolic and Dean Lawson. 3, 2 and 5. In 1:10.9, 3, 2 and 5 official. River Dove was struggling a long way from home. She didn't look all that happy in the mounting yard before the race, and she didn't race all that well at all. Runs of Miss McClay and Agalia were quite good coming up the middle of the track there, but Princess was most dominant over the final couple of 100 metres. And a little query was whether she'd run 1200. She did that in grand style. Actually looked like she'd run longer the way she finished the race off. 3-2-5. Fourth in went to number 6, Dolphin Dance, and fifth was number 1, Agalia. Tate dividends are through on 3, 2 and 5. Princess has paid $4.50 and $1.70. Hasty back $2 and Queen Carey paid $3.50. $4.50 and $1.70 for the win. $2 for second, $3.50 third. Quinella paid $13.60. The exact at $21, trifecta $257.80, running double 6 and 3 paid $39.10. And quality numbers of 10, 6 and 3 so far.
Up at Rose Hill I was there, and it was pretty impressive.
The top rater Storm Zero ahead of Impregnable, Magic Heights and Dandify. Here's the market on the race. Dandify 16, Rara Eclipse 14, Xantra 20, Impregnable 13, Silent Impact 53, Storm Zero $2, Magic Heights $7.20, Domero $10. My Special Scorpio is at $5.60. Now, 23 minutes to race 7 at Doomben, so we better kick off with the Sky ratings on this race. And on top back right on start time, Morfordville, Hillsgrove, a short price favourite $3, Solitary Soldier $4.50, Squilani $8.10, Silver Baron $8.70, and our Kaz at $8.80. Let's head off to Hilton Donaldson for the Port Adelaide Guineas.
Saturday Fever next to Long. That will leave Silver Baron, whose ultimate aim, I believe, is the Adelaide Cup. Now Cassiani to come forward. Correct pronunciation is Cacciani. My Italian friends tell me, but connections want Cassiani because that's what the Japanese owners called the horse. A Japanese restaurant in, an Italian restaurant in Japan is what Cassiani is. Now Argent Lane goes up, a winner last Saturday, Scarpia, and Cassiani the last. Second leg of the treble, first leg of the daily double, the first 4 race on Unitab, the Turf Grass Adelaide, Port Adelaide Guineas, and this Turf Grass has done wonders. as has Bart Cowan, the racecourse manager, and all his staff to have this track ready for today. Very touchy subject it's been, but it's come through with flying colours, hardly marked. They're set now, Port Adelaide Guineas, Derby aspirants galore. Set to run, Solitary Soldier in a blue cap. Stand nicely. Ready, and they're racing. Our Kaz was slow, very slowly away also from near the inside, Foxborough. And first out, Premonish, but driving along the inside, Beau Best is going quicker. Up there also Scarpia together with Silver Baron, and off the track, Bonington starting to work over. Going up towards the lead also and showing nice speed. Just behind them was Solitary Soldier in a tightly bunched race on the inside, Hillsgrove, then Cassiani, Pray in Vain. Around them was Saturday Fever, and there's one even wider, it's Squilani. A further 3 lengths away came Our Kaz, who's racing on the outside of Foxborough, and last is Argent Lane. A bit more speed now as Bonington went to the lead, approaching the 1,000, a length and a half in front of Beau Best and Silver Baron. Squilani, deepest of all so far, has moved quickly to third, followed in the blue cap by Solitary Soldier. A length further back on the inside, Premonish shaded by Scarpia, and Saturday Fever around them. From Pray in Vain, Cassiani, Hillsgrove buried on the rails. From Our Kaz, second last as they leave the back of the course now, was Foxborough, and last of all is Argent Lane. 650 metres to go in the Port Adelaide Guineas, and Bonington's under pressure because Silver Baron's put the head in front. Squilani 3 wide, Beau Best under the whip as they quicken appreciably before the corner, followed by Solitary Soldier, and the horse raced in the same interest, Saturday Fever, both coming into the race. The rest headed by Scarpia, Pray in Vain, and Our Kaz taken right to the outside as they make the corner at the 300. Silver Baron, Squilani on the outside of them. Saturday Fever's running a great race, and here comes Our Kaz. Our Kaz at the 200's raced up and taken the lead from Squilani. Battling away Saturday Fever from the tail. Foxborough's running on with Pray in Vain, but it's Our Kaz. Any wonder D. Oliver was excited about the horse's prospects. Our Kaz, the run of the day, won by 3/4. Squilani, a great effort second. I think Pray in Vain bobbed and grabbed Silver Baron for third. It's close. Behind them, Foxborough from Saturday Fever, and then came Solitary Soldier. Further back to Scarpia together with Beau Best and Hillsborough, never in it from Bonington knocking up. Then Cassiani from Argent Lane, and Premonish was last over the line in the Port Adelaide Guineas in a time of 1:48.11. Our Kaz, written by Damien Oliver for Craig Ritchie at Takanini in New Zealand, by Kashani out of Sounds Regal. Sat back before the turn. I could see the bright lime green colours starting to move up wide out, and he had a very quick sprint in the straight. Squilani's done a nice job. He has shown that he doesn't like racing inside horses. That was a good effort. He was 3 wide for much of the journey, and then outside the leader in the straight. He's battled away. He's run a clear second. Third's a good go. Silver Baron, I think, has been grabbed by Pray in Vain, who perhaps was a little unlucky in the straight. Shane Cale, Stewie Gow, not in the straight. He got out in plenty of time, but before the turn, he was making his run with Our Kaz. So, in essence, he's been no match at all for the winner. But a nice effort, and he might be placed here in a black type race. 1:48.11 is the time. No numbers on the frame. Our Kaz is raced by G. Edmonds and W. Halloran, and he's had 7 starts for 2 wins. Second up here today at 1,800 metres. Considering he's been placed in the Group 1 New Zealand Derby, he is going to be very much suited as we head towards the South Australian Derby. And I just wonder whether D. Oliver wants to keep the ride. Why wouldn't he?
Righto, Hilt, thank you. Yes, an impressive win. Our Kaz, he ran 4th to Like a Gub in the New Zealand Derby over the Christmas New Year period, and that wasn't very long after he'd won his maiden. He won his maiden as recently as November of last year. In fact, that maiden win before today had been his only win. So he's a horse who seems to have huge scope for improvement. Dan Defy. We'll go straight to Wayne Harris with his thoughts on this race. Storm Zero, Wayne. Nice and short, $2.10.
A little bit uneasy too, John. Bit of a worry here on course. I thought he was in a race that he was well suited here. Some people say he isn't that well suited, but he's had the one run back from a spell. He was anchored with a big weight, 60 kilos behind Alibaba there at Randwick over the 1,000 metres. Now he's never won under 1,200 metres, and 1,200 and 1,400 metres are the races, the distances he has won over. So he's getting up to a distance today where you think he's going to be really suitable, 1,400 metres. Now he goes to Brisbane after this. The horse looked terrific in the parade. So from the inside barrier, he'll get a nice run most of the way. I've got to put him on top. As I say, he is a little bit uneasy on course. We did open up probably at a ridiculous quote too to be saying that. Number 9, My Special Scorpio. He's another nice horse from the John Hawkes stable, only lightly raced horse. He's won 2 of his 3 starts, was second in the other one. He resumes here from a spell. He only had an easy trial coming into this, as you usually expect from the John Hawkes stable. He's probably thrown him in the deep end here, taking on some pretty smart horses, but John Hawkes knows when to run him against these type of horses. He knows when to step them up, and he's a lovely horse in the Pro. I'd expect him to run a nice race. I don't know where he'll get to from that awkward barrier, but I'm expecting him to be hitting the line quite well. Good money on course for Impregnable. You're getting a lot better on the tote than what they're betting on course here. He's hard fit. He's a horse that probably consensus seems to think that he might lead and get an easy run in front here. Only thing I'm a bit worried, the jockeys seem to be trying to get away from the inside fence here today, so hopefully he can get away from there. But he's a very, very fit racehorse, and he's well under here on course to what he is showing you at home. And number 1, Dandify, I just think she's well over the odds here. She's a class mare in the field. I know she's got a big weight here. Normally runs a very good race fresh. She's not a mare that carries a great deal of condition, so I think she's forward enough to run a big race here. She is the class. I'm not going to let her get under my guard here. I've got to throw her in. But I've gone for the other Denim runner, 6 Storm Zero, 9 My Special Scorpio, 4 Impregnable and 1 Dandify. And I can tell you there's been a little bit of money on course for Magic Heights and Demiro down in the weights a bit too, but I'll say 6, 9, 4 and 1.
Righto, Wayne, thanks. 2 minutes to race 7 at Rosehill Gardens. We've got time to hear from Zach.
Firm favourite is Storm Zero, number 6, 220 and 150. And the nearest to him in New South Wales, My Special Scorpio, number 9, resuming, 510, 170. And number 7, Magic Heights, 760 and 190. They're the top 3. Bedouin won the previous. Darren Beedman, number 1, beat 3, 10 and 4. Miss Anna Louise blazing out second and a third. This is over 1400, and up to line comes Dandify, resuming today. So Alan Denham training Storm Zero. Dad Jack has Dandify as Zantra comes in. Rye Eclipse and My Special Scorpio, the 2 away from the barrier stores for the back systems handicap. Rye Eclipse is right. And My Special Scorpio walks in now. Starter goes up to his stand. Storm Zero, all the rage. Storm Zero, 220, 150, and they're off this time. And Storm Zero jumped quickly but headed immediately by Impregnable. Demiro in 3rd spot and going up fast now, My Special Scorpio. And as they settled, Impregnable at the 1200, 3/4 of a length. My Special Scorpio followed in 3rd spot by Rare Eclipse. Demiro's running 4th, and Storm Zero's back to 5th now. Then Magic Heights, Zantra, 2nd last Silent Impact, and Dandify last. Around the corner at the 900, and the leader is Impregnable. Not going along all that helter-skelter speed, and leads about a length. Rare Eclipse, 1.5, 3rd Demiro shading My Special Scorpio as they go by the 800. Then Magic Heights around Storm Zero, Zantra. Next to last is the stayer Silent Impact, and 3/4 to Dandify. Still no change in the order, working along the side and coming down to the 600 marker. And the leader Impregnable, 3/4 Rare Eclipse, and wider out is Demiro. A couple of lengths to My Special Scorpio on the inside of Magic Heights. Zantra keeping the favourite Storm Zero well and truly locked away from Silent Impact and Dandify. They set sail for home now, and Impregnable under siege. Rare Eclipse, Demiro, Magic Heights joining in, and so too Zantra. My Special Scorpio getting up on the inside, and Storm Zero's running into dead end after dead end. In the meantime, Magic Heights got to the front from Zantra, My Special Scorpio, and forget about Storm Zero. Magic Heights in front, getting close to home, fighting back My Special Scorpio. Oh, this is another tight finish here as Magic Heights has stopped, and My Special Scorpio has made one big lunge. Zantra up there for 3rd, and Storm Zero and Impregnable not far away from Silent Impact, and the last trio, Dandify and company with Rare Eclipse and Demiro. Well, they race away from us here at Rosehill Gardens, and it's a little difficult to get a good line on the noses here, with My Special Scorpio coming at Magic Heights as the line has been reached, and it's very, very close. The ground shot is the one that I see on one camera, which shows Magic. Well, yes, marginally the ground shot shows Magic Heights. It's a bit past the mirror on that one. If we could bring it back a wee bit. I wonder whether this still showed Magic Heights just an inch past the mirror. Oh, it's very, very close. As I say, we've got no hope here at Rosehill. We're situated relatively close to the track, and they run away from us for a few metres. And to try and get a good guide on the noses, it's near nigh an impossibility. So it's a very, very keenly contested finish with 7 Magic Heights, ridden by Robbie Thompson, and My Special Scorpio, number 9, ridden by Rodney Quinn, driving up on the inside. That long shot seems again, it's been frozen past the post. It shows Magic Heights like the ground shot did, but again not on the line. And the inside horse has got there. Number 9 has been able to arrive in time. My Special Scorpio, ridden by Rodney Quinn. A big roar went up from the crowd here at the Gardens. Number 7, Magic Heights, ridden by Robbie Thompson, second. And number 3 is third, and that is Xantra, ridden by Corey Brown. Number 6, Storm Zero. Didn't get a lot of luck in the straight. Mark de Montfort fourth. 9, 7, 3 and 6. My Special Scorpio, 4 starts, 3 wins. First up since the 19th of January. Raced by Nick Moratis, by Woodman from the Riverman mare Pier, and John Hawkes, the trainer, winning double to Hawksy here today. So, just having a look at the actual finish link shot on the closed circuit. Oh, what a ripper. What a Bobby Dazzler. Okay, totes now, as we have other races pressing. And, no, we're only getting pictures on the... well, that's a good effort. Let's go to the infield. Number 9, the infield screen. Number 9, $5 and $1.80. Number 7, $2. Number 3, $3.60. The first 4 are $1,321.80. 1, 3, 2, 180.
And we had a shot race last year. Leanne Henry nosed out Zariz, but just some of the winners staging when it won. Beat Divas Gold and Stella Cadonte. Chief de Beers beat Dana Singer, which went on to win a Stradbroke. It's just full of history. Some very, very good horses have won this race. And that's just in the last, 8 to 10 years. It's always a good horses race. It's a race where most of these horses that are headed towards the Guineas and eventually the Derby start their campaigns. Horse like Regent Street, for argument's sake, is headed there. And he's got the wide alley today. He's a lovely horse, Regent Street. He's by Carnegie. And he's got an essay today from the wide gate, but he's a horse I never underestimate, even though he's only won, he's won 3 races from 5 starts, but he hasn't had a lot of racing. Now, Road Spy's coming over. Presently races in a blue cap to distinguish it from the stablemate Punctillo. Gabfest will be our favourite here at $3.80. John Hawkes winning the listed fillies race in Adelaide, and then taking out the Golden Stakes the previous race with Yell. And he's got Gabfest here. No scratchings in this race. A field of 18 to run over the 1350. Now Princess Clang about to come over. So is Punctillo, Pedro's Tycoon, Tai Chi, Galroof, and Regent Street will be one of the last. Spectatorial in the Arrowfield colours stands up quietly on the inside. Now Galroof is coming over, one of Mike Maroney's fillies, a filly by Maroof, ran 4th behind Umford Ranwick just recently. Tai Chi's coming over. So that'll pave the way then for Pedro's Tycoon, and this beautiful Carnegie horse Regent Street will be the last. 1350 metres, the Doomben 10,000 start. A legendary race where the mighty Burnborough won back in 1946 when he won the 10,000 of the TM Ahern Memorial. It was known then from this particular starting point. It's got a lot of history, this distance. Now here's Regent Street coming over. Spectatorial stands well. Gull Bolero is ready. So is Princess Clang. Regent Street goes in. They're set to go. Group 3, stand by for a start. They're about to jump. Starter looks down the line. Jar Jar Bink stands well. Off and racing now. Princess Clang was one of the first to come out of the gates. Dutch Harry began quickly, and so did Wandane. They're the first 3. Spectatorial driving along the fence with Academe, followed by Presently Road to Heaven. Gabfest not far away, about 8th early, followed by Ecstasy. Pedro's Tycoon deep, followed by Road Spy. Telson's getting back with Gull Bolero. Jar Jar Binks has drifted back, followed by Galroof, and then came Punctillo. Regent Street is next next to last, and Tai Chi on the fences last. Past the 800 metres mark, Spectatorial at a good pace, led from Dutch Harry. Academe is third, presently fourth, and then Wandane, Princess Clang. On the fences, Ecstasy, Gabfest about eighth, and then came Tell Sun on the fence, followed then Deep Pedro's Tycoon. Road to Heaven between horses from Golbolero. Punctillo got into trouble, followed by Roads by Regent Street's a long way back with Melroof and Jar Jar Binks and Tai Chi. In the straight, Spectatorial at the 300, Academe after it quickly, followed by Dutch Harry. Then Ecstasy, Tell Sun's on the fence. Then Wandane, Princess Clang, and Gabfest is coming from a long way back. Academe the leader, Tell Sun's getting a split and coming quickly. Gabfest on the outside with Dutch Harry, but Tell Sun, he raced to the lead in the shadows of the post from Gabfest and Tell Sun. Tell Sun has beaten either Gabfest or Academe. Dutch Harry's run fourth from Wandane, Jar Jar Binks, Ecstasy, Galroof, Spectatorial, Regent Street, followed by Princess Clang. The next time Road to Heaven, and then came presently followed by Roads by Pedro's Tycoon, and Golbolero has pulled up next to last, and last home is Tai Chi, and one's broken down on the home turn. It's Punctillo.
Tell Sun, 970 and 310. And a photo second and third. Now, yeah, here's one away without the jockey. Which horse? Run McHale Run, yes, it, number 15. Jockey Linda Meach. Was dislodged, I presume, just after leaving the enclosure and going onto the track, and she looks to be a little concerned about her left wrist, but obviously no serious injury, so I assume that Run McHale Run has dislodged young Linda when he stepped onto the track. The horse is off and running, and Linda just awaiting to see what they're going to do. They'll probably give her a lift around to the starting point in one of the steward's cars. Now, here's Alf with his thoughts on race 7.
Thanks, John. I put number 5, Traveller's Hat, on top here. Thought its run last start was good enough. Previous to that, I thought it was a bit average, but he's got his act together.
Who's travelled a long distance. Now, Post is the favourite at 350. Traveller's Hat, 430. Tarcoola Midnight, 770. Si Senor, 840. And $10 for number 10, Irish Knight. A big... Welcome back. Right on start time at Flemington. Favourite is Post out of the Golden Slipper winner Merlin. $3.80. Second pick, Traveller's Hat at 4.30. Here's Greg Miles.
Now moving into the gates here is Saber Sonic. Run McHale Run just collected the running rail as he came onto the track, and he bucked Linda Meach off. Fortunately, she looked to be okay, although she was wringing her left wrist. Run McHale Run withdrawn from the race. Post well tried. Traveller's Hat a little on the easy side on track. There's been money. Tarcoola Midnight here, down in grade. Little move for Irish Knight as well. Si Senor's been a drifter, so has Participate. Post the best backed, just about right now. Starter addressing the field. The Riverdale handicaps away, not a bad start. Traveller's Hat drifting towards the tail soon after the jumpies, second last with Spardanza, and Participate the first to bounce out from the grey. Eyes on Success, who'd begun